What's going on? Welcome again, SPN Lineups featuring Philly D and Steve the Fantasy Assassin. Check us out on Twitter at SPN Lineups, and you can find our videos on Instagram and Facebook at No Limit Fantasy Sports. Today we're talking NHL, and for a limited time at the end of the show, we'll be giving away a free GPP tournament lineup for CryptoFantasySports, which feature 2 new GPPs today. Check them out. You can sign up using the links below. Last night, our GPP lineup did not cash. I'm sorry. But we did manage to squeeze one lineup in the top 10. Remember, guys, it's a long season. And we do this 365. Steve, how about giving us the rundown on last night?
All right. I mean, the matchup between Toronto and Columbus, it definitely wasn't short on offense. Toronto won that game 6-3, despite being outshot 57-27. That's pretty crazy. But anyways, here's who you wanted in your lineup last night. For Toronto, we've got Nazem Kadri. He had a hat trick and 2 assists for a 5-point night. And for the Leafs, that's the second 5-point night that they've gotten in the last week. You can remember Mitch Marner had a 5-point night about 4 nights ago, too. Their goalie, Frederik Andersen, we told you there was 57 shots in that game. Well, he had 54 saves. I mean, that's one of the highest totals that I've seen in a regulation game for a while. And speaking of goalies, we've got Varlamov over in Colorado. He had 44 saves and a 2-0 shutout of the Habs. So that was a real good pick last night, too. Speaking of good picks, over in Columbus, we've got Nick Polino. He was a great value at 4,500, just like Philly mentioned yesterday. He racked up 3 points on 2 goals and an assist, but the Blue Jackets didn't win that one. Another great value pick that Philly told us about yesterday, Canucks D-man Michael Del Zotto. He had a goal with a +2, and he had 5 shots on goal as well. All that for a $3,600 price tag. So he's actually got a lower price tag today, which leads us to some back-to-backs and matchups. So Philly, what do you got for us there?
Montreal heading out to Arizona tonight to take on a suddenly surging Coyotes squad. The Canadiens, they've had problems scoring lately, and last night they looked completely flat against the Avalanche. The Canucks head to San Jose, trying to rebound after their loss last night to Florida. There's lots of matchups to like tonight, guys. 22 teams in action, but I'm zoning in on one in particular. Penguins against the Kings, who just took a 7-goal beatdown against the Hurricanes. Steve, what are you looking at tonight?
Well, these guys are hot, so we start off with a name that you all know, Evgeny Malkin from the Pens, $7,700. He's got 6 points in his last 5 games, which doesn't sound like a lot, but he draws a great matchup tonight as the Pens take on a Kings squad like Philly told you, gave up 7 goals to the Hurricanes a couple nights ago. Not good. Over in Edmonton, Connor McDavid, another name we talk about all the time here, but that's because he has 8 goals in his last 6 games. Now, whether Edmonton can support him is yet to be seen, but the $7,400 price tag is pretty good for him today. Over in Buffalo, Ryan O'Reilly has posted back-to-back 3-point games while filling in pretty admirably for Jack Eichel. And he's actually logging more than 25 minutes a night, which is crazy for a forward. He's playing in all different situations, and his price tag's still pretty good. I expect kind of more of the same tonight as they head to Ottawa. Now, Devils left winger Taylor Hall, we told you before about his point streak. It's still going. He's going to try to extend it to 16 games tonight, and he gets to play against the Hurricanes. Jonnie Gourd. I just love this guy lately. What a story. I mean, he wasn't drafted at all, despite putting up 125 points in the queue. And he just kept plugging away down in the ECHL and the AHL. and he finally got his chance. He's a 26-year-old rookie, and he's getting really important minutes for the Lightning. He's got 22 goals on the year now, including 5 in his last 6 games. Also for the Lightning, Nikita Kucherov. He's got 3 goals and 3 assists in his last 6 games. Almost routine from the NHL's leading scorer, though he is the most expensive skater on the menu tonight. And over in Arizona, talked about him before, Kevin Connaughton. He's got 4 goals and 6 points in his last 7 games, and he still sports a $3,000 price tag. I don't know what's going on there, but I'm going to keep taking him. And in goal, Pekka Rinne, 8,200. He's 10-0-1 in his last 11 games, and he's got a couple shutouts, and his goals against average is under 2 in that span. So, what do you got for value picks for us today, Philly?
A whole lot.
Wow.
Starting at center, Sam Reinhart, Buffalo, 4,900. Jake Gensel, Pittsburgh, 4,400. Ryan Kessler, Anaheim, 4,100. JT Miller, New York Rangers, 4,000. Brock Nelson, New York Islanders, 3,600. Victor Rask, Carolina, 3,300. France Nielsen, Detroit, 3,300. Riley Sheehan, Pittsburgh, 3,300. Darren Helm, Detroit, 3,200. Over at left wing, we got Jacob Silverberg, Anaheim, 4,600. Kyle Clifford, LA Kings, 3,200. Andrew Ladd, New York Islanders, 3,000. Right wing, we got Timo Meyer, San Jose, 4,900. Kyle Okposo, Buffalo, 4,800. Justin Williams, Carolina, 4,400. Michael Grabner, New York Rangers, 4,000. Kevin Hayes, New York Rangers, 3,800. Jason Pominville, Buffalo, 3,200. Down to defense, we've got Alec Martinez for Ottawa at 4,500. Duncan Keith, Chicago, 4,400. Alex Goligoski, Arizona, 4,100. Brett Seabrook, Chicago, 4,000. Michael Del Zotto, Vancouver, 3,400. Marco Scandella, Buffalo, 3,200. Thomas Chabot, Ottawa for 3,200. The aforementioned Kevin Connaughton, Arizona, only 3,000. In goal, we got 2. We got Robin Leonard, Buffalo, 7,300. And Braden Holtby looking for a win for Washington at 7,200. Steve, what do you think?
Man, that's a great list there. Tons and tons of good values.
All right, again, guys, for a limited time, we're giving away a free GPP tournament lineup. If you want to sign up for a free 7-day trial email blast, we'll be sending out lineups every single day. Since we started, we cashed every single day except for yesterday. We're looking to get back on track today. Again, limited time, guys, so hit us up, spnlineups@gmail.com. Build up that bankroll. Steve, what do you got for us?
All right, like Philly said, we're giving you a free GPP tournament lineup, and we're going to start off by just paying up for a good goalie, Pekka Rinne. He's a guy who's super consistent and worth every penny of his price. Going over to center, we told you before about Ryan O'Reilly pretty much being the dude for the Sabres lately. He'll have plenty of chances to jump onto the score sheet tonight at 6,200. Now here's another name that we haven't heard in a while, Mika Zibanejad. Now, he hasn't really been playing all that great lately, but I just got a hunch. He's an impact player, and the Rangers are going to play against the Islanders tonight, and the Isles don't really seem capable of playing any kind of defense. So I expect a lot of goals in that game, and I'm hoping that Mika Zibanejad will get maybe 2 of them. Taylor Hall, over on the left wing, $7,500, Mr. Consistency. Get him in your lineup as he goes for his 16th game in a row with a point. Now over on the right wing, I was just telling you about the Rangers' good matchup with the Islanders. And Philly told you about a guy buried in the list here, Kevin Hayes, $3,800. We got to take him. Great over his last 3 games. Really good opportunity tonight. Helps save us money to use for Mr. Erik Karlsson, who has pretty crazy splits at home. He's looking at 29 points in 26 games this year, so we're going to throw him in the lineup tonight against Buffalo because there's going to be a bunch of goals in that game too. Now another guy we've talked about a lot because he keeps performing, Kevin Connaughton, $3,000. Gives us a little bit of money left over for our 2 flex spots, where we're going to go back to Buffalo. The only other guy other than O'Reilly that's been really factoring in a lot of their offense has been Sam Reinhart. And he's still got a $4,900 price tag, so he's going in the lineup to kind of form a little bit of a mini stack with O'Reilly. And then for our last flex spot, I'm kind of going with a hunch here. He played off well for me last time. I think he had 7.5 points for a pretty small price tag, but we're going with Justin Williams from Carolina. There's a lot of money left over in this spot too, so another guy that you could alternatively take in that spot instead of Justin Williams is Jacob Silfverberg, who Philly talked about before. Great $4,600 price tag, so wouldn't fault you with to go with either of those guys. So, there you have it. Tonight's free GPP lineup. What do you think, Philly?
Thanks. I think we got a winner here. Looking to jump back into the winner's circle. All right, make sure to check out Twitter at spnlineups for the latest injury news and updates. Yesterday, we sent out a tweet about a goalie change. Probably could have kept the goalie we had and made the same amount of points with 0, but that's okay. Check out Facebook and Instagram at No Limit Fantasy Sports. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel. Check out CryptoFantasySports.com. All the links below. Good luck, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Good luck, everybody.